All right, Shalom. All praise, the glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Double honor to the apostle of the great millstone and rule well. And peace and blessings to the elect. Um, I just have a lesson I want to do. Just dealing with the the wickedness of Esau, man, and how he's basically destroying the earth, and that his time is almost up, man. You know, his time is really up for his rulership. I read the article, and it kind of pricked my heart, so it provoked me to do this lesson in the spirit, because the so-called white man has brought all kind of tyranny, all kinds of death and destruction to the earth, and he hasn't been judged for it. You know, he hasn't been reprimanded for his crimes on the earth, in the earth. And I just want to bring this to the attention of the elect brothers, in Israel, that a lot of reason why that you see a lot of animals beaching themselves, a lot of birds dying, a lot of things washing up upon the shore, is because the environment that they live in, Esau's contaminating it. Okay, he's putting all kinds of chemicals and all kinds of objects in the ocean, and he's really just dumping the stuff in there, and the earth is dying because of that, man. So Yahweh Bashman was shy. He has to do something about it. But as men of the Lord, we have to expose these things and bring them to the forefront and put them through the scriptures. All right. So I got this article from RT.com, and you can see the headline that says "Plastic Soup: Invisible Pollutants from Everyday Objects Contaminating Oceans," study says, and it's dated February 22nd. Okay. So it says a trip to the seaside can provide beautiful vistas and a relaxing escape, but the seemingly pristine waters of the world's oceans are hiding invisible pollution from everyday products, including clothing and tires, according to a new study. And that's the reason why this fucking white man got to be destroyed, man. Okay, that's why the so-called white man has to be exterminated and taken out of power on the planet Earth, because what he does is basically he takes the natural order of things, as the scripture says, and he turns it upside down. You know, all kinds of, this is clothing and tires all throughout the ocean, and this is, I'm not bringing it out as something that's not known, but this is just something recent, man. That these things is what's going on in the earth continuously, and nothing's being done about it. Nobody's speaking out against Esau. Okay, you want to have something to say when Kaepernick, when he so-called protests against certain things done to these so-called blacks in America, you got something to say about that, right? But you ain't got nothing to say about things like this, okay? And I'm talking about you white people, man. You ain't got nothing to say about the wickedness that you have been doing, man. Okay? So it goes on to say, the research released by the International Union for Conservation of Nature on Tuesday examined the effect of primary microplastics on the world's oceans. Alright, it says primary microplastics are plastics that enter bodies of water in the form of small particles, as opposed to larger plastic waste, which is easily visible to the naked eye. Right? Like you can see, bottles, milk jugs, the plastic from a 6-pack of damn Bud Light or something like that. But these microplastics are like chemical waste that gets into the ocean, man, and it's contaminating it. And when these fish they eat, or these whales and they swim, that affects the whole ecosystem, the whole community of those animals, and then you see them try to get away from it, and then they beat themselves. Okay, and this is just one reason why that happens, man. Okay, and I'm gonna leave that through the spirit. But I'm gonna go down here because I'm gonna pull out a couple scriptures as I read. And matter of fact, let's start here. This is the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. It says, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked," which is the rulership is given to the hand of the wicked, which is the so-called white man, Esau. He has control of the oceans. That's why he has. It says he has his international union for conservation of nature. That's set up by Esau, because he's given control of the earth and how to govern nature. Okay. So it says the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covers the faces of the judges thereof. If it's not the white man, if it's not him polluting the ocean and the air and all of that, it says, if not, where and who is he? So you show me the white man. Okay? I'm sorry, you show me the wicked. Show me how it's not the white man. Okay? So now I'm going to go back to the previous scripture. This is Proverbs 29:2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the wicked, going back to Job 9:24, the people mourn. Okay, and not just the people, but the animals, man. Okay, the whole earth is out of order based off of how he's controlling the planet, which is why I say he must be exterminated. Because no matter what white person has any type of rulership, they bring death, destruction, war, conflict. Okay, famines, diseases. All right. And this is just on the ocean, man. So I'm going to go back to the article. Okay. And matter of fact, now look at this, man. I ain't mean to click on it, but here we go. Another article. It says 30 plastic bags, one dead whale. Shocking toll of vast ocean pollution laid bare. This from earlier this month. And you can see this whale, which looks more like a actual dolphin, but it may be a whale. Okay, and you can just see look at this, man. The skin is all tore up, diseased, manged. Okay, it says 30 plastic bags were found in a dead whale. All right, let's read this. It says researchers have discovered more than 30 plastic bags inside the stomach of a dead whale, which likely blocked its intestines and led to it becoming stranded several times in shallow waters off the coast of Norway. You read this fucking bullshit, man? This is fucking bullshit. Okay? But this is what happens when you have the wicked in control of other beings, man, other creatures. The wicked's not gonna adhere to certain natural laws, man. Okay, and it's good sense to know not to throw anything like that into the ocean, man. Okay. So let me go back to this article here. It says sources of the invisible pollution include car tires, synthetic textiles, marine coatings, road markings, personal care products, plastic pellets, and city dust, according to the study. How the hell they find city dust in the ocean? But because these scientists, they've been as I believe so. They've been as thorough, with the research as possible. They extract these different things, man. Okay. And this is why Yahweh Shah has to come quickly. It says, although such pollution isn't easily seen, the report states that between 15 and 31% of the estimated 9.5 million tons of plastic released into the oceans each year. Why they gotta be released into the ocean each year? What kind of purpose does that serve besides the fact that the white man doesn't know how to properly dispose of his materials, which a lot of these materials shouldn't even be created in the first place. Okay. When you got our people, so-called Black Hispanics, want to put Hillary in office as a damn president, as if she's going to be any better than this demon Donald Trump. At the end of the day, they're all Edomites, man. They're all the wicked. Okay. All right. It says. It says. Although such pollution isn't easily seen, the reports state that between 15 and 31% of the estimated 9.5 million tons of plastic released into the oceans each year could be primary microplastics, making them a large contributor to the plastic soup clogging oceans. Alright, and you see that. Almost 2/3 come from the washing of synthetic textiles and the abrasion of car tires while driving, according to the study. All these different cars being made, all these people, these cities, because Esau congests everything, man, and it's all, the elites do it because the more people, the more money, the more they can tax them. The more they stay in power, the richer they get. But that's going to come to an end soon, man. It says the report noted that in developed countries which practice effective waste management, primary microplastics are a larger source of marine plastic pollution than plastic waste. Tires were found to be the number one culprit of the pollution in the Americas, Europe, and Central Asia, while synthetic textiles were the main source in Asia. The situation is particularly worrisome in the Arctic, the biggest source of seafood for Europe and North America. That's why you see the animals beaching themselves. Okay? In fact, let me get a scripture real quick. Let's go to the book of, if I can remember it. It's not the book of Haggai. It might be the book of Habakkuk, the first chapter. All right, here we go. Habakkuk chapter 1, verse 4. It says, "Therefore the law is slacked, and judgment doth never go forth. For the wicked doth compass about the righteous. Therefore wrong judgment proceedeth." And this is wrong judgment in the earth, man. Through the so-called white man. Okay? Alright? Okay? It says judgment never it says therefore wrong judgment proceedeth, man. Okay? And that is the mentality of a wicked man. He doesn't have no judgment, man. Okay? He doesn't know how to rule the earth, but this is what happens. Okay? Because we die, man. The country's spraying chemtrails in the air. Okay? Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna go on into this article, and I'm gonna end it. I want to make it too long. This is let's see. It says London said that although few studies have been done on the impact of tiny plastic particles on human health, we have to assume that there probably will be considerable impact because they are small enough to move through human membranes. That's why a lot of people get sick. You had that nuclear reactor go off over there in Japan. A lot of that radiation and all that, plus on top of what they do in the oceans, all that washed up to the west coast of the U.S. A lot of Cali, all the way to Nevada, Colorado, and people eat the seafood there because they think it's good. Then that gets in their brain, and that makes in their membranes, and that makes them sick. It's just a lot of shit that the so-called white man's doing, man. That's not being told in the mainstream news, man. Okay. But it says here, IUCN Director General Inger Anderson called the report a real eye-opener, showing that plastic waste is not all there is to ocean plastics. It says she went on to note that daily activities significantly contribute to the pollution choking our oceans, stating that they have potentially disastrous effects on the rich diversity of life within them and on human health. All right, so that's it, man. Okay, the so-called white man is man. I mean, look at this, man. This damn trash, man. That's not how about Shai set the order in the earth. But that's why he has to be destroyed. So I'm gonna read this last scripture and I'm gonna end it. And I just wanted to edify, brothers on this topic. It says in Revelation 11:18, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged. Starting with Esau, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, which is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the name of the Most High and His Son, small and great, which is the elect of the Israelites that you see on the street corners teaching those prophets, starting with the apostles of Great Millstone, and those that deliver the same message. Okay, it says, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. So the so-called white man will be destroyed. Okay, he's going to be destroyed for pushing all this trash in the oceans, polluting the earth, causing the animals to die, polluting the air we breathe, putting chemicals in the food, destroying the food. All right. Look at this. It says 10,000 metric tons of plastic debris into Great Lakes every year, and that's the Great Lakes, like over there in Michigan and southern Canada, northern Midwest U.S., United States. Those are where the Great Lakes are located, man. All those areas are polluted, man. On top of the water in Flint, Michigan. Okay. But these are things that is not really readily discussed or often discussed. But with that, I'm in it there. I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles, the great millstone. And peace and blessings to the elect of Israel. Shalom.